Woo, 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 woo. I love the way Korean fans cheer. I feel like there's owls in here. Welcome to the GSL. I am Tasteless, and with me is Artosis. And we've seen some pretty epic games today.
Yeah, we've seen some complete craziness. That last game, that was a nail-biter, man. That was like, wow. I thought it was going to go DOSware until that scan came up. And it's
only
like,
had made those two cannons a little bit higher.
Yeah, if you made them out of marine range,
or if,
I think it would have been a different game. I think that DOSware would have taken that quite easily.
Or if the Terran hadn't, if the Terran had made an extra mule.
Yeah. If he didn't have his scan saved up, I imagine that he had the scan saved up just to be safe for like a DT or something. But, it really worked out for him. Really second decision by him. And that's TLO's next opponent. So,
yeah.
Pretty exciting.
TLO said he's really confident, though. He said he'd rather play a Terran than a Protoss. So I'm looking forward to casting that match as well. Let's take a look at our players. They're playing our final game. Justfake.
He's in Wera, new addition to Wera, and he is going to be Terran here. Wera, a good team, of course.
Wera is we've been casting a lot of Wera games today.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of Wera.
I think we've almost won a Wera in every single game we've casted today.
Just about every player is in a team, and most of them are in Wera, Zenith, OGS Prime. There's a few others, but those are the teams that really had a lot of people qualify.
So, it seems like Wera and Prime are also larger teams. In general.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Zenith, a pretty large team as well, but I think that they have a bigger drop-off in skill.
Yeah.
A couple really great players, and it drops down a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll all work up, and next season, I cannot wait to see how many people end up qualifying. By the way, about next season, qualifiers are on the 9th and 10th of October. So, sign-ups for those qualifiers are in a couple weeks.
So
check
if you
out
want to sign up,
GomTV.net.
you got to sign up ahead of time before you come out here.
Absolutely. And just let them know if you come out here. Now, ESC Jung. This guy, no one really knows who he is. Jung is a team, so his ID is ESC. He's actually so good. I've played basically all the top Protosses on the Korean server and on the other servers as well. And in my opinion, this guy is top 2 Protoss for Zerg. And it says here in his bio that his confident race is Zerg anyway, so I guess that's his best matchup. But his PvZ is out of this world, unbelievably good, like tester level, amazing good.
That's too bad then, because he's facing off against the Terran.
But who knows? I mean, if his PvZ is that good, can his PvT really lag that far behind?
It's true.
I'm kind of feeling it for Jung.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is there to hear it, does it make a sound?
Yes, Tasteless. Because there's little critters out there in the woods and they hear it.
Not if they're dead.
Think of the bunnies, Tasteless. Think of the bunnies.
We are going to get this going right after we get the maps thrown up on the screen. This has been, I can't believe how cool these games have been today. I'm so excited that TLO got through.
Oh, yeah,
it's
TLO,
so
man.
Cool.
I mean, I even had a bad manner at Hyperdub. I'm like, I hope you lose.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I want him to lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Hyperdub is going to have his work cut out for him when he faces off against TLO. We're slowly cutting through the round of 64 here. We've officially done, 6 days of the GSL.
Yeah, this is
we're
day
getting
6.
We're getting close to the halfway.
That's right. On
halfway
Tuesday, I believe, we finish up the round of 64. And, then we'll jump right into the round of 32, which is going to be twice as exciting.
That's right. And we will have a brief break for the Thanksgiving holiday, which I think is 3 days total. So we won't be doing it then. But we'll be right back on track. I think we have 2 weeks off, then we start the next season of the GSL.
Yeah, and the qualifiers even take place during that.
Yeah,
so, hopefully there'll be some coverage of that as well.
Lots of StarCraft action for you guys. Here's the maps: Scrap Station, Delta Quadrant, and Metalopolis.
And Justfake Wera took out Blistering Sands and Desert Oasis. ESC Jung, Coast Ravine and Desert Oasis. Pretty standard choices. The map pool they're playing on, it is PvT, and we have another Scrap Station that seems to produce really exciting games for PvT. I think that as far as exciting games go, I like that map over Desert Oasis.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely do. A lot of people talk about how great Desert Oasis is as one of these maps to have great games on, but Scrap Station for me, man. That's what I'm.
Well, Scrap Station is such an interesting map with the island, the bridge in the middle, and of course the gold at the bottom left. I think Scrap Station is actually. I mean, it's not always perfectly balanced, but I mean, as far as high level map making goes, I feel like that's the coolest map
Yeah, it's definitely so cool.
Yeah.
The fact that the entire map gets used at different points in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure it's not balanced. Eventually, someone's going to figure out exactly what race is best there.
Well, it's so interesting because you both start up in a corner and you have to expand down to the bottom left together, but you could still counterattack the guy into his main.
Yeah.
And so I love it. I think it's a great map.
Yeah.
We're starting actually right now, so let's get this thing going.
All right. Justfake.
Justfake Wera. And our other player. Get ready for it.
ESC Jung.
ESC Jung. I really like that guy, man. Like, as soon as I played him the first time, I friend added him.
Really?
So that I could message him if I ever wanted to play a really sick good Protoss.
Well, hopefully he'll make it through this. Wera is taking some losses here throughout this tournament.
Yeah, Wera, one of the top teams, but Prime and OGS just seem to be a step ahead, and they are eliminating everyone, including each other, in their path.
As you can see here, our Protoss just scouting everywhere. He wants to make sure there's no hidden buildings anywhere. And, of course, there isn't. Serious APM over here from both these guys.
Yeah, that's wild.
Between 250 and 350 at points in time.
And, of course, this is StarCraft 2 APM, 40% slower than StarCraft 1 APM.
Yes.
A little bit of a measuring bug in there. I kind of hope they fix that over time because my brain is hardwired to understand StarCraft 1 APM and what that means.
Yeah, absolutely. And high five here with the workers passing by. He's going to get in there. It's pretty tough in StarCraft 2 to get too much intel on your opponent because the pathfinding's so good with the workers that, with the attacking units as well, that you can almost always hunt them down and kill them off.
Yeah, it seems pretty simple. Protoss has the hardest time, I think, of keeping people from scouting.
Yeah,
of course,
absolutely.
Zerg has their creep with the Queen and Zerglings. You kill the scouts
Zerg is actually, I think, the hardest to scout. But
well, I would say it's Terran. That's my opinion.
Think so?
The Marine kills everything in like 2 seconds, and then...
Well, especially with that DPS, I suppose that is an interesting point. Here's the gateway here, Cybernetic Scorp. We should expect to see an assimilator made next. The probe leaves before the Marine can come out. And we know how a Marine is made because we've seen it in the StarCraft 2 trailer.
That's right, but it's made a lot quicker in the game.
It's a lot quicker. There's some, I don't know where it is, there's some video on YouTube of somebody showing that animation, and then a Marine pops out in StarCraft 1 and a Zergling kills it.
I saw that video, actually.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It like, takes forever to make the Marine, and then
the Marine comes out and it's like the guy with 4 pulled and the Lings just kill it.
Yeah. It's quite a funny video. And of course, chrono boosting away on his warp gate upgrade. So common for Protoss. And let's check our production tab. A pretty quick factory being made for the Terran player. A lot of times we've been seeing 2 barracks openings in this tournament, but the factory pretty quick this time. And he has the double gas, and he's making Marines non-stop, and he has that factory already. I think we might see Banshee Marine, which I've mentioned about 4,372 times, but no one's gone just Banshee Marine yet. So
TLO says that's quite good. TLO says that's one of his favorite things to do is Banshee Marine, actually.
Very nice build, but
he's not getting a starport.
No.
He's getting a bunker. Well, he is getting a bunker, so that's kind of an odd indication that he's teching to something. He's going to get a tank in siege mode.
Siege, okay.
He's doing actually, I do a build sort of similar to this, but I get a starport and get a Raven before I get that.
Yeah, but we see no starport quite yet. And he's getting siege mode, but there's a starport.
Starport's late, though.
I wonder why he gets siege mode so fast. It seems like he could have maybe cut that out and gotten the starport a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the siege tank is going to need siege mode right when it has it. That's my gut
feeling. Siege tank is actually so good when it's not in siege mode even.
Yeah, it does sick damage. And actually, in StarCraft 1, it did sick damage as well. It's just no one ever used it with Unsieged, basically.
Here we have the bunker filled up, more Marines on the way. Starport almost complete. So let's see what this Terran player is doing. This game's new. Strategy is still being developed.
I like that animation of the observer.
I know.
Especially the actual unit animation.
Look at that.
Yeah, he's flying through space and stuff. What if you're on Lost Temple? Does it show him flying through space still?
Oh, that's a good question. We got to test that.
Yeah.
Next time if we get a game on Lost Temple, man, let's see if the observers are still in space.
Delta Quadrant's next, and that is a space map, I believe, so we're going to have to make it to Metalopolis if we want to see.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, please clear your games.
As so far, there's not much going on. We're kind of waiting to see what this guy's going to show us. Protoss's build is pretty normal. Getting the Robo out. He does get an Observer. It looks like now he's going to get a Citadel.
That's kind of interesting.
That is a little bit actually out of the ordinary.
I hope it's not for DTs for his sake, because a Raven is being made. So he's going to be completely safe.
He's getting a Stargate too.
Similar to
like getting
build.
everything at once or something.
Yeah. The Zealot's guarding that Stargate.
Zealot legs. Okay. Zealot legs. This has gone through phases of popularity. Speed Zealots are actually quite strong, and it really messes up the siege tank with the splash damage. Now we're finally starting to see what these two guys are sort of going for. Zealots shred through Marines, and you get that with a Phoenix. I would presume you could pick up the siege tanks.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the strategy we're seeing here.
Yeah,
he gets an observer, scouts him, and that's basically. That looks like at least what the game plan is for now.
Because it does look like Justfake Wera is going to go for some crazy one-base attack. He's just making so many units, so many tech structures.
Got rid of the bunker. Don't be confused. He did not destroy it. You could salvage the bunker with the V key. And he's going to go for a timing push. This is really similar to the timing push I used, but I honestly think mine's actually a little bit better. I get the 3 tanks and the Raven out a little bit quicker here. But
he does have that second barracks. So if we check the production tab, he is getting combat shields.
Yeah. Let's see here. Combat shields. How far along is it? It's about 70% done. He scans. This Stalker is just chilling.
Stalker guarding the path. You may not pass.
Tickets, please.
Answer me these questions 3, and they're like, no, and they kill him. He's moving up. Now there's Zealots down here for some. I like it. It's for a flank.
Yeah, here we go. Sieging up.
Here we go. This is huge. Lifting the siege tanks. Gigantic. Lifts all 3 siege tanks for some time. And Jung trying to crush through this army. Siege tanks so powerful.
Oh my God. Terran survives anyways.
Wow.
What?
The SCVs repairing so much.
Oh
the
my
Marines
God.
insane with stim, so much DPS. And Jung, my man, he is going down. He is getting destroyed by Justfake Wera.
That's going to be game, at least for this round. Jung, his strategy was good, but apparently not good enough.
No, that was...
I actually did not expect the battle to quite look like that.
I didn't think it was going to be so one-sided.
I thought Terran was going to win that, but I thought...
The Phoenixes, I think, didn't do their job. If you're... in fact, the more I think about it now that I'm thinking about it, Jason,
talk to me.
My brain, it is spinning. There is smoke coming out of my ears.
Tell me.
All right.
It's so sick.
This is what I'm thinking, right? He lifts the siege tank, spends so much resources getting those Phoenixes out. But really, when you think about it, his Zealots have charge. They are closing on these little weak hit point Marines. It would almost help him to not do that to the siege tanks. Let the siege tanks hit the Zealots. Let the splash damage the Marines, and let ESC Jung have a more superior ground force and end up cleaning that up. He spent so much.
It could just pick up 3 random Marines or something, just get them out of the game temporarily or something.
I just feel like he shouldn't have gone for that unit.
The Zealots with the splash damage the siege tanks. It causes the siege tanks to work a little bit against.
Exactly. And imagine how many more he could have had if he didn't have a Stargate and 3 Phoenixes and a 4th one on the way. I mean,
well, the DPS on the Marine is so high that, I mean, you can mow down some Zealots.
Yeah.
I do think the flank was also a little bit poor.
Yeah, the back Zealots came in just a little bit late.
Yeah.
Looks like he panicked. He was like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah.
He's got to calm down a little bit. little bit smarter unit composition the next time, and I think that he can break this insane all-in attack that we're seeing. So we're going to start. Let's go.
That was close.